Thank you so much to everybody who replied to my Facebook message a minute ago. I put a Facebook call out, well, not a minute ago, a while ago, telling people that they need to get on the scope tonight in order for what I want to talk about to work. Laura is here. I'm back. Woo, says Sasha. How are you doing, Sasha? Where have you been? Where you have missed out on so much over the last couple of nights. I hope you've been watching the replays. Sofo is here. MG23 is here. Good evening to you. There's probably a lot of people here who haven't been here before. There always is every night we do this. If you are new, type new in for me and tell me where you're watching from. It'd be interesting to know where you're coming from. Solo Dolo, you've not been on for a while. How are we doing? Hello. Hello to JD. Hello, MG's new. Where you watching from? Gemma Green is back. Gem's not been on for a little while. MG Manchester. Well, I'm from Manchester as well. Awesome, good stuff. Great, thanks. How are you? I'm really good, doing well. Yes, been missing in action. Yes, you have, Solo, but now you're back. Cool Kid 22121 is in the house as well. Guys, thanks so much for joining me tonight. Carl Chang, good evening to you, or maybe not good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. There's loads of people coming on. This is awesome, guys. I really need people to take part tonight. For those who don't know me, my name is Ross, by the way. I'm an actor and a voiceover artist from the UK. I'm massive on mindset, productivity, motivation, kind of what what drives people, what makes people successful, and what makes people not just successful but massively successful as well. This is Bear Deep, says Alp. Well, listen, Alp, I hope you're going to go deep and give us some information that we need. Guys, I want to well, let me just tell you a little bit about what's happened today. So I was very fortunate, very honoured to be asked to go and check out a charity today, charity that works with Evening Archie, charity that works with kind of young people, men and women who have not had the best start in life, who have maybe, been dealt a few rough cards, have very low self-esteem, kind of issues that they're not confident about, and this charity is amazing. It just takes people and helps show them what they are capable of, gives them a vision, gives people kind of that, empowers people to really kind of, get themselves back on track and go out there and make a difference, make an impact in the world. And I was asked in a few weeks' time to go and coach a group of young people on mindset and positivity and motivation, and and kind of get rid of these kids' limiting beliefs in order for them to actually start believing in themselves and going and actually doing what they want to do with their lives. And it got me thinking, because I don't coach a lot of kids. I say kids, 16-year-olds, they're not kids, but a lot of young people. I'm 33. A lot of people that I coach are either older than me or around about my age. And I was thinking, what on earth would I say if I could give one piece of kind of life advice out to kids? Lost my dad at 16 with cancer, felt disease due to not being able to concentrate. Wow, man. I mean, I get that. I completely get that. I know a few people who have been in that situation. How are you doing now, though? Let us know. Kind of what you've kind of learned, from that situation. I've done a lot of coaching over the last 23 nights on these scopes. I do a scope every single night at 10 o'clock here in the UK, and we've looked at some really kind of, every area of mindset, and some really kind of negative situations that people have been through, some terrible tragedies that people have been through, and looking at reframing those for what they gave you. So I lost my own dad at 24 to a heart attack. Bang, it was still young. I wasn't 16. I imagine that's incredibly difficult, but I was 24, and that absolutely rocked my world completely, because I'm 33 now. I think I look back at 24 and I still think I was so kind of young and kind of naive in the world. 16, obviously that's going to be even harder. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger most of the time, says Una. No, I agree, it really, really does. I'm a transport supervisor at the moment, but wish I did well in my exams to join the police. Well, it's never too late, man. It's never too late, John. How old are you, buddy? Let us know. So I was thinking, what would I tell these kids that I go on to kind of coach, if I could give them one piece of advice? And I did a little search on 24. Wow, so young. So that was the age that I was when I lost my father, yeah. That's so young, John, man. That you've got bags of time to study and to do the police if that's what you want to do. Don't let any kind of belief from previously in your life about exams limit you in that at all. Tracy, good evening to you. So I went on, Hitesh, my man, how are we doing? I went online to just look to see, what advice other people have kind of given. And there's a great website called dearme.org, and it's a collection of pretty famous, really well-known people from all areas of of success, whether they're writers, actors, singers, all different types of people who've written their 16-year-old self a letter. And I thought, wow, what a cool kind of exercise. I only started acting 6 years ago and haven't seen my 20s for a long time, says Una. Una, you still look very youthful. Honestly, don't worry about it. You've got bags of time. And I printed off a couple of letters that I want to read you guys. But then what I want to do from this is I would love to make a blog post for all the sites that I run. I run a few sites. Keep going, it's getting better. Just trust your path. Absolutely, Jade. Awesome. And I wanted, really, what I want to do is I'm going to go back, I record all these scopes, and I want to go back and I want to use everybody's advice, everybody's little piece of wisdom. I think no matter who we are, how old we are, where we are in life, where we see ourselves in comparison to everybody else, we all have knowledge inside us that if we'd have been able to buy, say like 10 years ago, imagine, that you, no matter, I don't care what you think of yourself or how well you've done in life so far or what you've achieved or anything like that, you have a unique kind of gift or a unique piece of knowledge inside you. Good evening, Kim, good to see you. That if you could tell yourself, like 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, you probably would have paid money for to know that. I know I have got so many of those things that I'd have, I look back even just the last year and go, God, I wish I'd have known that a year ago. I'd have paid good money for that, to know that. So I want one piece of advice from you guys who are watching. Only one. Yeah, well, I can probably only fit one, but I know there's a lot of people on the scope. I can probably only fit one piece of advice from everybody in this blog post, but I want to use everybody who's on this scope. So if I was to ask you for one piece of advice that you would give your 16-year-old self, and it can be very personal to yourself, it can be very personal. I want to know what that is. First though, life was tough at 16. Personally, I failed school. Today I have 2 businesses. I failed them there. Wow, well, I mean, awesome. So that's a complete kind of turnaround, total reframe, JD, of the situation. I bet you lost, well, no, you gained a lot more than you lost from those situations when you look back. I want to read you 2 letters. Because I do a lot of work with actors, I've printed out 2 actors' letters here. But this life stuff that they talk about applies to everybody. First of all, let me read you Hugh Jackman's letter to his 16-year-old self. What makes your business, JD? Yeah, what did you go into, JD? Let me read you this though, guys, before we start kind of giving those one piece of advice out. So this is Hugh's letter. Hugh Jackman, obviously massive actor, we all know the guy. He's put, Dear Hugh, just thought I'd pop you a little note to see how you are, even though I know, and to tell you that yes, there will come a time when you get over Penny dumping you at the bus stop. In fact, you'll see her in a couple of years and wonder why you cried every time you heard the Lionel Richie song, Penny Lover. Poor Hugh. Oh, and the patch of zits you get on your forehead, that'll go, but probably not as quickly as you hope. And yes, you'll get to move into the big room in the house as soon as your brother Ralph leaves. Right now, the important stuff's out of the way. I'll tell you a few things that may help you on your way. I don't want to spoil any surprises for you, so some of this might sound a little vague. Things are going to be different from how you imagine them. I know you don't have a clear idea of what you're going to do with your life, and I know that drives you a little crazy, particularly as you get asked about it every other day of your life. But when you're asked, just smile and say, no idea, but when I do know, I'll get back to you. Truth be told, much of what's going to happen to you will surprise the pants off you. It'll be way better than your wildest imaginings. Love life, spoiler alert, you'll meet an incredible woman and the choice to marry her will be the easiest choice of your life. Just listen to your gut. Keep writing down one list and one list only. Write down the 5 things you love to do and the 5 things you are good at. They'll keep changing, but one day they'll match up, and there is your path. But even though, keep writing your list just to make sure you're still on the right track. Your nature is to be hard on yourself, to push yourself. Be careful of this. It can veer you off track faster than anything. There's so much more to say that'd make you feel great to hear, but I don't want to spoil the surprise. You've had many blessings in life and will have many more. Never forget where those blessings come from. Oh, and in about 10 years, there'll be a hit song that you love called Wear Sunscreen. And a hell of a lot of it is true, particularly the bit about wearing sunscreen, hint, hint. I love you, from you. P.S. Buy shares in Google when they're invented. I thought that was amazing. So that's Hugh Jackman's letter to his 16-year-old self. If you like it, give us some hearts, man, for Hugh. I think that's awesome. I've got one from Gillian Anderson as well. So I'll get one male one and one female one. So this is Gillian's. Gillian Like, you know, well, listen to this. She obviously has the same issues we all have. Should have hit the trap harder when feds didn't know. Wag one. Right, check this out. Dear Gillian. Dear Gillian, you are completely and utterly self-obsessed. If you spent a quarter of your time thinking about others instead of how much you hate your thighs, your level of contentment and self-worth, you would expand exponentially. One thing I learned way too late in the game for my own good was that you can effectively increase your self-esteem by doing esteemable things. Therefore, I have signed you up to build homes for the homeless during your entire summer vacation. Your Christmas will be spent serving food at a battered women's shelter, and Easter is designated to reading stories to children in the paediatric cancer ward. 4 months out of 16 years dedicated to human beings. 4 months out of 16 years dedicated to human beings other than yourself. You have gotten off way easy. Oh, and honey, expand your horizons. Your world is a bigger oyster than your world is a bigger oyster than your low self-esteem wants you to believe. Love yourself, think of others, and be grateful. I love you, I believe in you, and I look forward to respecting you. P.S. Follow your dreams, not your boyfriends. So that's Gillian Anderson's letter to her 16-year-old self. If you could give yourself, because we don't have time to write letters, if you could give yourself one piece of advice, what would that be? So helping others will give you more out of life than earning bags of money. Boom, there's JD's first one. Don't worry about other people's opinions or judgments about you. Bang, there's Laura's. So I'm going to use all these, guys. I'm going to write this up into a blog post. So we've got 2 there. Give us some more of your wisdoms. Meditation, says Parissa. So expand that into a sentence for me, Parissa. I want to write this down as little pieces of wisdom. All the bad things you experience aren't negative. You will gain so much from these experiences. That's Kim's. I think one of mine would definitely be, since I've kind of got big on self-development and coaching, Chris Stone's here as well. Daily self-love meditation, says Parissa. One of my things would definitely be, you will get everything you want out of life by helping other people get what they want out of their lives. That would definitely be one of mine. Chris Stone, if you give one piece of advice to your 16-year-old self, what would it be, mate? Just one piece. We've just been reading letters that Hugh Jackman and Gillian Anderson wrote to their 16-year-old selves. Listen to yourself, your true instinct, go for it, and ignore what others tell you that you can't do. That's Una's, awesome. From the depths of your despair, you will rise like a phoenix. Boom. That's good, good Nina. JJ Abrams quote, Ross. I'm not sure, Una. Stop worrying what people think and don't let anyone tell you that you couldn't do it. And lay off. P.S. That'd be your P.S. then, Archie. P.S. Lay off the bread. Amazing. Learn by your mistakes. What would your P.S. be, Guy? What's your P.S. Would it be, guys? No matter what, go to university. Do not let yourself or anyone distract you from your goal. Good one, Lucy. Chris, never give up. Nice and simple. Yeah, give us your PSs. So the PS in Gillian Anderson's letter to herself was follow your dreams, not your boyfriends. I love the book Dear Me, which is all about celebrities writing letters to their 16-year-old selves. That's where I've got these from. That's where I've got these from, Kim. Yeah, I didn't know it was a book. I just found these online. Amazing. I'll check that out. Hugh Jackman's PS was buy shares in Google when they're invented. The mind is a powerful tool. Keep it positive. Keep it clear. Another one from JD. PS, buy shares in Facebook. Yeah. Feel the fear and just bloody do it. Amazing. Keep them coming, guys. Share this as well. We'll stay on for a few more minutes. Share this as well. It's only 1:15. With your followers, swipe from left to right. Share it with your Twitter followers. Let's get a few people on, so we can get other people sharing stuff. Get rid of the idiot boyfriend. Oh, hopefully not too many idiot boyfriends, Laura. Though. Hopefully there's only the odd one. Definitely, but you can learn an awful lot about that. Follow your own dreams and not what others want you to do. That's a big one, Gemma. Yeah. Don't listen to other people's stories. Make your own. That's a good one, Parissa. P.S. Continue to be yourself. Amazing. Yeah, that's a really big one. Doing, one for me would definitely be, if I could look back at my 16-year-old self, would be stop saying yes to other people when it means saying no to yourself. Do something every day that scares you. P.S. Get into personal development quickly and you'll be 20 years ahead. I'm with you, Una, massively. Don't let fear decide your fate. That's a nice one. That's a good one. That's got a nice little ring to it. Don't let fear decide your fate. Yeah, definitely. Someone put a nice acronym of fear up before, something like fear everything and run, or it meant something else as well. Be proud of yourself. I know you love to travel. Keep focus on your goal. So where have you travelled to, Lucy? Because you're living in the States, aren't you? You're in LA, but you're not from LA, are you? You moved from somewhere else, I think. Do or do, there is no try. Exactly, Chris. Definitely. Yeah, there really is. Do or do, not even do or do not, just do or do. The mind works best like a parachute. Open. Oh, we're just getting some crackers in here. Do or do not, there is no try. Chris, I like do or do, mate. I think that's better. False evidence appearing real, that's another good acronym for fear as well. I was born and raised in Portugal, that's it. Yeah, wow. So you have travelled then. You've definitely travelled. It's one thing that I think I haven't done as much of. Nina, I don't know if I can include that one, Nina, but it's one of the best ones I've heard. Don't marry the twats. But look at what that situation did for you, Nina. Look at how you grew throughout it, and look at what it gave you. PPS, make sure you make yourself happy as much as you try to make others, and love yourself. Exactly. I think, yeah, another one for me would be kind to yourself. You know, let yourself off. Great advice, Nina. I wish I'd not married mine, but got a good one now. You have. Steve's a great guy, Nina. Nina, that's brilliant. That obviously resonates with a lot of with a lot of people here. I'll probably include that one. I think it's good. Read books. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, fill up the well, otherwise it'll run dry. You'll have nothing else to give. Don't believe the hype. There's some awesome ones. It's great. No, this is really great though, and maybe, you know, it'd be great if people would maybe write a letter to their 16-year-old self. Why don't we do that? And I'll publish those on the sites that I run as well. Knowledge is power, Alp. Exactly. Yeah, give us yours, Alp. Let's go deep, man. What's your biggest piece of advice? Knowledge is definitely power, though, without a doubt. If I didn't read the books that I read, well, I'd have nothing to talk about on these scopes for a start. But every day, my mind gets is expanded by knowledge through books. Don't wait till you're thirsty to dig the well. Exactly. Also, another good one that I like to say is the grass is greenest where you water it. The grass is not greener on the other side. Talking of books, guys, we're going to be talking about this tomorrow. Essentialism by Greg McKeown. It's Book Club Wednesday tomorrow. If you've not got the book yet from Amazon, go and get it from Waterstones or a bookshop, wherever, you know, Barnes & Noble if you're in the States. We're going to be talking about this tomorrow night. It's a book called Essentialism. It basically tells you how to drop all of the nonsense and all of the crap in your life that distracts you from your goals, and to focus all your opportunity on the one thing that you want. You know, perfect timing. There is opportunity everywhere. Book club. Yeah, exactly. Definitely, Ross. I think everyone should write a letter to themselves to help us realise how far, I guess you can say, we have come. But yeah, definitely. Where are you from? Cool kid from Manchester in the UK. Where are you from? Let us know. We're acting on Year of Spies. Yeah, Year of Spies. Chris Stone, the director, is on here tonight. Absolutely, yeah, Year of Spies. There's a new episode. Can't tell you anything about it because Chris won't tell me anything about it. But it's coming soon. It's going to be for Halloween, I think. I can't say any more. From Didsbury. Okay, that's not far away at all. Didsbury's only around the corner. So yeah, book club tomorrow night, guys. Essentialism, Greg McKeown. It's an awesome book. I'll show you the picture I show every time I talk about it, but this is kind of the essence of it. Were you acting there? In Year of Spies, yeah, I was in the first episode playing Taylor Gable. Chris is going to be on the big screen in the film. What's the film festival, Chris? In Madrid. Is it Madrid? God, I can't even remember where it was. I'll have to give you a call, mate. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go. Who you say wrote the book, Ross? Here you go. Greg McKeown. Yeah, it was me, Lucy, though. It's an awesome series. Chris has done 3 episodes so far. He's got another one coming out very, very shortly. Marseille, not Madrid. Losing my mind, Chris. It's in my calendar, man, but a voiceover thing's come up that I'll have to tell you about. But hopefully you can periscope me from the film festival and I can see myself on the screen. That'll be great. So yeah, Greg McKeown, Sasha, go get it. Flying out at 7 a.m. Wow, man. See, flying high now, Chris. So yeah, Essentialism is about this, guys. This is what most people do. They put all their energy into all these different things and they make a millimetre of progress on each one. Essentialism helps you cut out all of the other nonsense so you can put all of your efforts into this one priority, and boom, up you go. I thought you said Beverly Keogh for a second. On what, Sasha? I missed your comment. Chris Stone, good luck and have fun. Yeah, Chris, honestly, man, do your thing. Sell the rights to that film to Universal. Let's make a big Year of Spies in Hollywood. I'm well up for that. So, any more? Next time you need an M, I'm your go. Yeah, Nina's a great M. Focus, focus, focus. Focus, I love it. Follow one course until successful. That's focus for you. So yeah, give us any other pieces of advice before we wrap up, guys, that you would give for your 16-year-old self. I'm going to go through all these comments and I'm going to write a blog post on it all. When you said the other book, oh, you thought it was Beverly Keogh? No, Greg McKeown. I would love to see that as well, Kim. That'd be awesome. Let's all go and do Year of Spies in Hollywood. I am so up for that. The charity I mentioned at the beginning, the charity that I had the pleasure of going to visit today, is called Ruby Girl and Rough Diamonds as well. You can go to rubygirluk.com to find out more about that. Awesome charity, working with young guys and young adults, kind of to really help them to get back on track and make an impact. I think I need to go to bed soon. I think we all need to go to bed soon, but I'm going to be up a little bit later. I'm going to get this replay on YouTube. If you want to watch any of the other Periscopes, any of the other replays, get yourself onto actonthis.tv, click on Periscope, and you can watch the last 23 nights of Periscopes. They're all on there. They've all got a different twist on an area of mindset. Invest in yourself. The more you put in, the more you'll get out. Work hard, play hard. Boom. Exactly, Hitesh. 100%. Ciali75 joined. Got any wisdom before we go, Ciali? Sounds great. Are they helping them with creativity? Yes, absolutely. They do a lot of work with kids, youngsters they do like music programs and painting, art, all that kind of thing. Don't pluck your eyebrows, they never grow back. Have you got your coffee tonight, Ross? No, I haven't, Kim. Not got coffee tonight because I've had 2 cups of coffee already today and a cup of tea. I thought it would just be gluttonous if I had another one, and I probably wouldn't get any sleep whatsoever. So no coffee for me today. I'm just gonna have to, get high on life, not caffeine. That's gonna be the thing that propels me through the next couple of hours while I get all this sorted. If you don't invest in yourself, no one else will. Exactly, Chris. Love Nina's advice. I thought Nina gave us one of the best pieces of advice tonight, which was about marriage. Just for those who missed it, Nina, just type us in that one piece of advice before we go one more time. I think it will resonate with all the ladies, and they will have a lot to say on that. Please send me details. I'm looking for creative charity support with my business. Awesome, I will do, Una, definitely. Check out rubygirluk.com. It's great to hear that more people are introducing more kids to the arts. Absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, rubygirluk.com. And then there's this t-shirt I've got on says Rough Diamonds. This is the male part of the charity. So they have Ruby Girl and Rough Diamonds for the guys. Advice for your 16-year-old self: don't pluck eyebrows. A good one too. There you go. There's Nina's piece of classic advice. Don't marry the twat. Maybe I have to beat this out. Awesome. Not in a position to write it down. No problem, Una. I'll text you or I'll Facebook you the name. Become part of the Facebook group as well. Facebook.com. Don't even date him exactly, Laura. Facebook.com/groups/bulletproof actor. If you are an actor and you want to 10 times your confidence, 10 times your creativity, your productivity, your motivation, your positivity, everything, I am bringing out a mindset course that will change people's lives at the end of this month. It's been 8 years in the making. It's called Bulletproof Actor: Unstoppable Confidence, Infinite Success. Go to bulletproofactor.com, leave your email address, watch the preview video, and I will be in touch if you want to get involved. Seriously, guys, it's going to be amazing. Not just saying that. If it isn't, I'll give you money back. There's a guarantee on it that if you don't think it's worth 10 times what I've charged for it, you'll get a full refund. You wore a uniform, I couldn't say no. Nina, honestly, this must be your downfall. Don't get a uniform around Nina, she'll marry you. So excited for this, says Kim. I am, Kim. Honestly, I've got like maybe 10 pages of it left to write, and then I can film it all. It's 5 modules, Bulletproof Actor, Unstoppable Confidence, Infinite Success. Each unit is about a 30-page PDF and at least an hour-long video. There's also going to be an option to do a live study version with me weekly, where you do the self-study stuff at home with the books and the videos, and then we do get on a live call once a week. And we go into a little bit more depth in a group webinar, and people can kind of open up a bit more, a bit like this, but even more interactive and even more personal and more intimate, so we can really delve down deep and rewrite people's limiting stories so that they can live a limitless, empowering story for the rest of their lives. Cool Kid 2121, give us a piece of advice for your 16-year-old self before we wrap it up. And I will then collate all of these. I've got to go back through all these comments, write them all down, and sometime in the next week I will have a blog post out. I'm going to put it out on Twitter. Follow me, it's at Ross A. Grant. I'm going to put it on actonthis.tv as well, and I want you guys to share it, and let's spread a little bit of wisdom to everybody, because like I say, everybody's got that knowledge in their mind that other people would pay for. If you go back and think, would I pay for what I know now 10 years ago? You probably would pay a lot of money for it. Don't stress and do your best. Exactly, Sasha. 100%. Don't stress and do your best. Gotta go, early start. Una, thanks for joining us. Take care, good night, say hello to Steve. I'm going to be going in 20 seconds. Anybody else for any more that I can include in the blog post before we go? Like I say, I'll be back tomorrow night, 10 PM. It's book club. Don't forget, get this book. It's about £9 if you get it off Amazon, or I don't know where, if you are in the world. It's £12.99 apparently, but I'll go for about £9. You're not going to have time to get it off Amazon. If you want to be part of book club tomorrow night, go and buy it from the shop. We're going to be talking about this and how you can become an essentialist, drop all the crap from your life, and just propel yourself further, faster. Good to be back, says Jem. Good to have you back. Awesome. So, thanks so much for joining, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I hope these scopes are making a difference, making an impact in your life. I hope you're learning things about yourself. I'm learning things about myself, learning from you, and I hope that you can pass this information on to others in order for them to make an impact and you to make an impact on them. Tell your teacher that red brick unis aren't the be-all end-all. Exactly. No way are they. Learn to switch off the iPhone after a scope. Yes, that's a good one. I'm going to try and do that now. Make the most of your parents while you have them. That's a huge one, man. Honestly, God, if my dad was still here now, the things that I didn't say to him, that I wish I could. Remember to plug in as well, USB, exactly. Things that I would like to share with my dad that I never got the chance to because, maybe I just took him for granted that he would always be here, and boom, unfortunately that wasn't the case. That's definitely a big one. Appreciate your parents, appreciate people, regardless of whether they're family or not. Let people know that you care about them, you love them, that they mean something to you. That's hugely, hugely important. Awesome, until tomorrow night, I appreciate you. Love you guys, and I'll speak to you tomorrow, 10 PM UK time.